He spilled that shit. Damn. All over the goddamn mic. Spilled that shit. He spilled that shit. Oh my gosh.
Ah, shit, it's falling on the table.
All over. It was in the cup. It was in the cup and he spilled it. Man, he spilled that shit. Fuck, I gotta clean this shit up.
Maybe you should put, please don't wear headphones while listening to this.
Fuck that. What's up? It's your host, Sadek Cheeks. What's up in the motherfucking cup?
Hey.
We got a hip-hop and R&B artist here. He sounds like an angel and he looks like Jesus.
Looks like Jesus.
IZ. What up, bro?
What's going on, bro? How you
feeling?
been, man?
I'm chilling.
Chilling. I feel you.
Drop your socials for the people.
Instagram, catch me at IZ_734. Same thing for Twitter. Catch me on SoundCloud, ISSA-9. Damn. Got it down, bro.
How long you been in this game?
Coming up on 7-8 years.
8 years. So you,
Yes, sir.
How old are you? 20?
I'm 22.
Damn, you young as shit.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know you was that young.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you was like 25, bro.
No, man, I just turned 22 in May.
So you got the beard.
Yes, sir.
I got like 14 hairs in, bro. Don't worry, bro.
Hey, gonna come in, bro. What time?
What time? No, for real though. That was like 2012.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2019 now. 7 years.
Yes, sir.
How you been feeling lately? About your music.
About my music, I've been feeling really good about it because for a minute I got discouraged after I dropped my last album back in May. Yeah. And I was like, yo, I kind of listened back to it because I liked every song on it. Yeah. But with me doing everything myself and like I'm still learning to mix. I'm 7 years in and I'm still learning how to mix and master all these songs.
To mixing, bro.
And one thing that drives me crazy is that there isn't a right or wrong way to do things too. Because like if it sounds right, it's right. Right. You know, everybody's like, oh, you got to EQ this, you got to like, but if it sounds right, it's right. So I've been messing with, I haven't really been recording lately. I've recorded maybe 2 songs in the past month. And it's just been more of, I've been researching on YouTube, bro.
Right.
Like,
YouTube is the key.
YouTube is the best place to find anything.
They got gurus on YouTube.
For real. Like anything you want to search to find how to do, bro. Find it. They're going to have like 1 million subscribers. They've been doing it for years.
Literally, right? They be masters at this shit.
Hell yeah. But I got on the YouTube grind the past month, and it's just like, I learned something. I stay up till 4 in the morning. I usually work at 7 or 8 in the morning. I'll be staying up till 4 just watching YouTube, and then I'll be like, it's been 2 hours on YouTube. Let me jump on my laptop real quick. Yeah. Pull up Pro Tools. Let me see if anything I just saw will make a difference. And it's cool. I've learned so many effects, but I feel like it's just getting better and better day by day. My
boy from mixing on YouTube is Wavy Wayne, bro.
Okay.
You know what it is?
I feel like I've heard it.
You probably watched it, but you probably just been scrolling through.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I got people on YouTube that I subscribe to, I keep up with, that teach me shit like this, like how to talk to people, how to make people comfortable.
Right.
Blah, 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 bullshit. But yeah, YouTube is definitely a key. Spill that shit, boy.
Spill that shit.
So you got a track with 323,000 plays on it.
I
called
do.
Bands on SoundCloud.
Called Bands, man. That's almost been 2 years ago now.
How do you feel about that one, bro? What changed? What was so special about that one that made like that impact?
I don't know, truthfully. Like, so it started. I got out of a long relationship, and then I made this song, which is like an acoustic. It was still like a hip hop vibe. It was called "What We Started," and that one just like about a week of doing nothing. Yeah. It just started slowly picking up at night. It was weird, bro. It was only around nighttime. Yeah.
Nighttime is when people really be scrolling.
Bro, that's when people be scrolling. And then like I woke up the next day, it's probably sitting at 100 views. Like,
oh, for real?
And I was like, okay, you know,
100. Like the first 100 be
yeah,
smooth.
you know what I'm saying? And like before this, I did have a song that dropped on a bigger YouTube channel and it got up to 50K, but like this is my channel, you know what I mean? This is my channel. I got up to 100 views.
Right.
And then like every night, more and more, I woke up the next day, it's like 540. I was like, okay, it's a little jumping real quick, a little coach.
Go crazy.
And yeah, just over time, bro, it just kept adding and adding and adding. And even like to this day on my SoundCloud, that's the most notifications I get. It's like What We Started. People still like that track. Bands, people still like that track. Bands, I don't know. Like my friend Mike told me, like before I recorded it, he said, this is gonna be a song that pops off. You know what I'm saying?
Next thing you know,
it's just out there, bro.
So what was the other song called? It was called
What We Started.
What We Started. You was emotional at the time?
Yes.
That's best music made at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Best art in general.
Definitely.
And how would you like? Did it make you feel better a little bit? I feel the long relationship thing.
So
we all been there.
At first, no. Like I made the song, and I think when I was recording, it was like you could almost tell like I was ready to cry. Like you know what I'm saying? I was in it, bro. And then like I dropped it. I was just chilling, you know. And then after it started getting in views, that's when my mind frame changed. I was like, oh shit, people are actually listening now.
It's possible.
It's possible, but like it took my mind completely off any relationship, off of anything going on in my life, whether it's work, family, like.
Now it's all about like your future. That's what you was
for real, man. Yeah.
Bro, you know you look like Russ, right?
I've been told that. I've been told Russ, Posty. I was like,
it's just the hair. It's just the hair, bro.
You got you.
But bands, it was more like a overnight kind of thing, too.
Yeah, bands. I decided like it was a week after What We Started hit like 20K, and I was like, "Yep, if I'm popping right now, I have to put out a song. Like I'm not just gonna wait and let that die out and then try to release something while people still listening." So it was like a week later, and then What We Started slowly started to go down, and bands just shot up.
I like how you think, bro, because earlier we was talking about how you do everything by yourself, and that's kind of like the mindset I'm in right now, where like all this shit I gotta do by myself, and it's like a lot. Of, it's like having like 8 jobs
for real.
You gotta market, you gotta create, then you gotta edit, then you gotta mix. It's just like collaborate, all that shit. You gotta do by yourself.
A lot of people don't understand how much money goes into doing it independently. Like I don't know what goes into this kind of media production, but like investments, bro, I see it all around the room. Like it is nonstop, because even if you get like a camera you like, or for me, I'll get a microphone I like a year from now and be like, but that one, like there's another one up there that's $200 more, but you know what I'm saying?
I got a mic in there, that one $300, bro. It took me a month to save it for that. I work at 2 jobs. It's just crazy,
real, man.
And it's things like that where once you get these things, it's more about what you create and how good are you.
Right, definitely.
So you've been playing guitar for a while, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm hip. I got a little insights.
Yeah.
So when you pick it up?
I picked up guitar even younger. I think I started playing guitar around 10, 11.
11?
Yeah.
Fuck. Big ass guitar on them little ass hands.
For real, bro. They didn't even give me a kid's guitar. It was like a full ass grown man.
That bitch was big as fuck.
And I remember I hated it too, cause like my mom got it for me, and I wasn't taking lessons or nothing. I ended up taking lessons, but at first she just got me like a DVD. And she would be trying to sit me down, bro. And she's like, you can just put your fingers there and it'll work.
Learning something is the hardest part when you first sit down and look. It's so intimidating. You can play for real though, right? Like now,
definitely.
Like fluent. I want to see that shit.
You got a guitar?
I don't.
Aw, damn.
I should have told you to bring it. My bad.
I would have, bro.
Nah, but for real, I want to you ever write songs with the guitar? And like make beats on it?
Yeah, so that's what I'll do. I won't technically just like find some chords and just be like start humming with some words, because my mind doesn't think that way. What I'll do is like I'll play on 1 string or maybe 2 strings or maybe just like
a note.
Just 1 note, and then I'll fuck with it, and then I'll be like, oh, that kind of like that little wiggle or something sounded crazy, and then I'll jump onto the beat pad and try to recreate it in whatever way that I want. And it's cool with Machine. What I use to make my beats is once I got that sound, I can just swap it in for any other sound until I find what I want.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody make beats before, like in person.
We're gonna have a second episode, bro. I'll pull up with the beat pad.
Season 2?
Season 2.
Say less. But I've seen people on videos, they be going crazy.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna be like, no.
That's like masters and shit. People
for real.
Doing it for like 15, 20 years. They just be going crazy. I'm just like,
they even got the ones with little turntables now.
Yeah, bro. And it takes a long time to master these things, man. You've been rapping. You sing too, right?
Yes, sir.
You've been rapping and singing Would you say your voice is fully developed?
No, not at all.
Not even close.
I mean, from what it was back in like high school, it's come a long way. My singing voice is definitely developed. It's not where I want it to be yet, of course, because like there's people out there sound just beautiful, like golden,
Chris
voices.
Brown type.
Yeah,
niggas,
you know what I'm saying. Like, so I wanted to take voice lessons, but that's always been a thing to me. Like, I know you can train your voice to sing, but how far can you really
go by yourself?
Yeah.
I feel you. That's like, that's a good mentality because like there's always somebody out there better than you. You know that. So
no matter what you do.
So who inspired you in the beginning?
In the beginning,
like first song. All right, bet. Let's make a song.
First song.
Like who'd you hear? Who'd you see? Who told you something? For me, bro, it was my auntie, bro. Shout out my Astanera, bro. Hey. She told me, she was like, I was just chilling. She was like, you should do a podcast. Because her friend and his friends got in a car from Detroit and drove all the way to California and started out a podcast and shit out there. And that kind of inspired me. I was like, all right, bet. I could do some shit like that. I like talking to people.
For me, it was just like, again, 7th grade, yeah. I had a couple beats that I made.
Yeah.
And I brought them to school one day. And I think it was at lunch, bro. It was at lunch or right after school, right when we got out. Like, I had a little speaker, a little wireless speaker. And we played the beats and we were just freestyling. And like...
freestyle. Was you smoking at the time?
Nah, bro. This was like 7th grade. I couldn't do that at school.
We used to hotbox in the cars and freestyle all night.
Gonna have to do a video in there too, bro.
Hell, maybe shit. Hotboxes with Sadet. What going on?
Yeah, we was hitting freestyles and like my friends would be trying and like I would just do it. And it really wouldn't make sense to me. I was like, I can just kind of put these words together. Why are they just kind of like, or like they just start cussing or something? And I'm just like, this just don't make sense. So then I was like,
you
okay.
had punchlines.
I had punchlines.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes when people be freestyling, it's not even just punchlines. Like, they just don't be making no sense. Like,
yeah, 100%.
The next bar don't match up to anything.
Yeah.
But, like, everything I said stay relevant. They're like, do you actually write? And I was like, no, like I just make the beats. This is kind of cool.
Okay.
And then ever since then, bro,
fun.
It's been fun. And it's also the learning experience just blows my mind because you can learn something new every day and never learn it all.
You a listener.
Yeah.
Hey. I'm hit, bro. Everything. Man, spill that shit. Everything in the world. Bro, you got to listen because you can learn something every day. Exactly. That's good. Man, you smart as shit. I like smart people, bro. I enjoy the smart crowd. No, that's dope, though. So, I see when I was scrolling through your shits, I see, like, music from 2014. Is that, like, the first time you started posting? That's 2 years after you started making music.
Yeah, 7th grade, 9th grade, so it might have been my freshman year.
Okay, so you kind of like developed the sound first, and then started releasing. Okay, so how many hours do you think you put in before you dropped your first song?
I dropped my first song. Oh my god, bro.
They say it takes 10,000 hours to master something.
To be a fucking pro, yeah. 6, 7. Like I recorded it. I had a nice little auto-tune effect, and I was like, kind of sounds cool, you know what I'm saying?
You just fucking around.
Yeah, I wasn't fucking around because like I love doing it.
Because it's so fun, yeah.
Yeah. And at that point, I was like, okay, since I'm kind of good with it, I want to think about ever taking that pathway in life to see if I can make money with this. So, like, I did it just to see, you know what I mean? See the reaction of everybody. And then that was back in high school. I was a little more popular in high school, and it was just like everybody was riding the wave. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I do it every now and then, like three times a week for a couple hours. I record, but I haven't released anything.
Okay.
Shh, don't tell nobody that. Everybody get pissed when I tell them I don't release shit because I don't really have a sound yet. But I do mix And what I want to do is get so good at mixing where I can charge people to come through.
Bro,
That's money, bro. $20 an hour.
For real.
$20 an hour. Shit, you can sell people lyrics. That's like $50 to $100. Then mix it. That's another $50. And then like a day, you made like $150 if you had like 5 hours of the artist.
That's another thing me and my cousin were just talking about was like looking for other ways other than our main jobs to find revenue.
Exactly.
And like, bro, we could pull up a studio and like actually charge people this money. Like,
people would do it, trust me.
For real, man.
A lot of people don't have home studios, man. Shit, bro, there's money out here. Go get you some money.
Every turn you make, you're gonna find money. You just gotta find it.
Fucking schmicking. Money and shmoney and chicken. I don't even know what I was doing. But for real, bro, so you've been in the game 8 years, 9 years. Wait. 8.
Coming up on 8.
8 years. What would you say from your first song that you dropped to now? Like, what's like the biggest difference?
Truthfully, the biggest difference is the mind frame. Because back in high school, I wasn't like very talkative in a way of like in class. I would talk like for questions and stuff. But I was very into education, just like about the world and about our country. And like I was all about pretty much like saving the kids, you know what I mean? Like everything, I just had a strong positive message.
Okay.
And I don't think it's a bad thing that I've gotten away from it because I still do have positive messages in my songs. But
it just
like
comes through in a different way.
It comes through in such a different way. Like I used to just be straightened up like this one for the kids, like but now I would never say that now. Like it's
really?
Yeah. I mean I would, but not that way. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be the same. I'm not a kid no more because I was saying it because it was my classmates.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Like he was part of the group.
Yeah, it was a group of kids, but now it's like we all grown ass men. I don't talk to half the people that I talked to back then. Like,
always, bro.
Yeah.
Never know anybody that you used to know.
So it's like still for the kids, but not the kids that I knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good way. That's a lot of change.
Yeah.
Would you say like your voice? How'd that go?
Voice.
So far.
A lot better.
Is a big thing.
A lot better because my voice used to be so squeaky and so like, which I still get high pitched in my songs when I'm rapping or singing, but like it used to be so nasally and just, bro, I hated it.
You were a kid.
Yeah, I was a kid, man. I hated it, bro.
Snot bubbles coming out his nose and
right.
Shit. Trying to rap. But that's good that you got on like that quick though. Like you noticed that you can do more than most people.
Right.
And then you started doing something about it. Instead of most people, they wait until like they like 24 and then they start making music.
A lot of it's excuses.
Too. Yeah, and a lot of excuses.
A lot of excuses, bro.
You ain't never had an excuse?
I mean, yeah, like you do, but to an extent, like
people be scared, bro.
People be scared or just
fear.
A lot of people will say they're about doing something and then not do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? For me, I'm working every single night, whether I worked a 15-hour day at work or I'm off. Like, I'm working on music every day.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't actually dedicate that time.
It's all about what you do when ain't nobody fucking looking.
For real, bro. Ain't nobody see that shit.
Nobody but you. Now I be seeing like your Pro Tools sessions that you be posting on Snapchat.
Yes, sir.
You be grinding, bro. You be hella layers. Like, how long did it take you to understand how like to use Pro Tools and record you by yourself?
Pro Tools was a whole new world for me. I used to use Logic, and then I lost my computer. I switched to Reaper because that shit was free.
Right.
And I was like, hey, it's kind of okay. And then I switched to Pro Tools this past year. Best decision I've ever made. But
it's so nice.
Oh my God, it's so intricate. Like
it is, bro. It's intimidating at first, though, for real. And that's the things you got to do. You got to upgrade. People don't understand that you gotta invest in your own self. So how much Pro Tools cost at the time?
$25 a month.
$25 a month. You still pay $25 a month? Man, you always well buy that $300.
For real?
Yeah.
I thought about it.
You still getting taxed.
I know, bro.
That's how I feel about Premiere Pro. Editing this shit, I'm like, fuck,
Mhm.
$30 a month? And it's like, is it worth it? Just look at your number. Make sure to look at your numbers when you're doing some
For
shit.
real.
Because that shit really gets in your pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got Pro Tools for free, actually, with my Focusrite.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I bought it's like a Focusrite is a audio interface. And they gave me a free Pro Tools package. So I got off on that one.
That's dope. Yeah.
Shit, man. What's like the biggest investments you've made in yourself?
Biggest investments, just most likely licenses is just because
Licenses for beats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I have probably, if I had my laptop here right now, I probably have 50 songs that all have beats bought.
50?
Yeah, like
Shit.
At least 50 songs that all have beats bought that I haven't even ever released. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna release. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
the vault.
But at the same time, like I want to spend that money just in case I ever want to, want to release it. So
you want to have it. Like,
I want to have it. I want to have it ready. I want to do it while I can, in case there's ever a time I'm down with my money where I can't.
Yeah.
And just
you be getting them creative like impulses, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Where like out of nowhere you like, bro, I gotta get to the studio.
Oh
like,
yeah.
ASAP.
I'll text my cousin. I'll be so usually I'll try to record when I'm at home alone or like my sister's home, but when my parents and the full family's there, everybody's loud. Everybody is whatever. Yeah. So we set the studio up at my cousin's house sometimes, and every time I'll just text him. I'll be like, bro, tonight, like let's get it.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
For real.
Bro. And it's like that's how I made the intro to this. I don't know if you've seen it. Y'all motherfuckers just seen it. I'll show you in a second.
Gotcha.
I walked in the house and I had this super good idea for an intro because, you know, my catchphrase, he spilled that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I say that every show. Sorry for blowing your fucking eardrums out, but I walked in the house and I just had that idea where like I take all the clips of me saying it and I like went upstairs. I made a big ass mess, bro. I like took a bunch of cups and like just spilled them all over the place. Recorded each one different ways. I kicked some of them and I like wiped it up and it said like Sex Cup on it. And like that took me like an hour, but it was out of nowhere like in the day. Like I didn't know I was gonna do that.
Right, you just said
and I'm happy that came out. Yeah.
Definitely, man. That's how it happens sometimes.
It's the best ones.
For real.
I'm really proud of that intro. God damn it. Good ass intro. Oh man. So fuck. Make sure this shit cool. All right. 7 more minutes. Anything you would like to say to me? Any stories you want to tell? I love stories, bro. Story time. Do it.
Okay, yeah. This one's for all independent people, bro. Yeah. Don't fall out for no scams or shit. Because, like, the more I get into it, which I got scammed once bad, honestly. Like,
by it's Michigan. It's bad out here.
By a producer, bro. And, and I'm not going to put names, but, like, it was a bigger name producer. And I'm just like...
Oh, he scammed you?
Yeah, straight up. Got it, like, $3,000. And... just to see, like, and bro, the moment I go to call him out, it's like black on all social, like, and he blocks anybody who comments on his shit to say something because he's got like 80,000 followers.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
He's getting the fuck out of you, bro.
Bro, he be doing it every day. No, I don't know where he's from, but bro, it's wild.
How do you scam you? Let the people fucking know.
Came up on my music on Instagram. And he's a big producer. He's worked with a lot of names. He has a website, like, pulls it up. I saw all the songs. I went and researched the songs just to, like, check. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fact checking. Like, he could be on some bullshit. Anybody could say that, like, I did this and then give you a link and be like...
And I have this many followers.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. But then I went, like, to his page and on his live story. Like, it's just videos of him out on the beach and shit. And I'm like, okay, it's for real him. And,
like you're a real person.
And then I talked on the phone with this man for hours and hours just about business, about things that we could do. Sent him my money for 2 beats that he would also, like, help market. And then once I was ready to drop one, he talked some shit saying like, well, how about I sign you instead?
Yeah.
And then we'll make this money together, as opposed to like, he was trying to pull some dumb shit. And I was like, of course not. Like, I paid for this beat. This is what I paid for.
He ain't signing no papers.
And then he was like, okay, cool. And then like, we finally got it worked out. We was chill. Like, he seemed like a cool guy and everything. Yeah. And then a couple days later, we had a couple phone calls between, but it was just like checking up on things, like how the studio go, like. And then a couple days later, he hits me up with a kind of a big feature. And he's like, look, bro, I like your music. I like your vibe. I'll go halves on you with it. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just dropped.
It was tempting.
I just swapped this money, and then I was like, you know, fuck it, I'll do it. Mm-hmm. Man's pulled through. Sent me the feature. Sent me the feature with this artist. Like, very clearly it was him. And open verse, everything. And then just gone, bro.
Gone like that.
So then I tried to contact their management company. Yeah. And it's really hard to get in contact with some of these the top labels. Yeah. So I don't know what to do about it, but nobody fall for no bullshit on Instagram.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's the lesson.
That's a lesson. Like,
don't trust these motherfuckers.
Even if you talked on the phone for hours to this man, like, don't trust no one. For real.
That's sad, bro. It's sad, bro.
I mean, it's all part of the come up too. Like, I'm learning it. Yeah. It's a huge learning experience. That's a lot of money. That could have took another step in my life. That could have paid for a year of school. I could have paid
rent.
That's something. Yeah. Shit. For real,
bro. I'm sorry.
That's just how it is sometimes. I guess. Like, that hurt my heart. It's all good. I came up from it. That was right after bands and all that started jumping. That's how, like,
jumping?
Yeah. Bands and what we started, they both started getting views. Mm-hmm. So that's how he found me.
That's sickening. You sick. Nah, if he's fucking watching, you sick fucking bastard.
For real, man. He will be playing you out here.
Nah, I know there's a lot of scammers in Michigan.
Mm-hmm, definitely in Michigan.
Yeah, definitely in Michigan. So y'all be careful.
Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, scamming's a side hustle too, but like
it is, but it's out of somebody else's pocket.
Yup.
That's fucked up.
You don't know what nobody else could be going through. Like,
right. People who do, I talked about this on another podcast. When you're in a corner, people do anything for some money, bro.
Yeah.
When it's like life's on the line, food, water, shit like that, like shelter. People will do anything for some money.
For real.
And then they get addicted to that fast money life. But fast money don't last, dummy. People be going to prison all the time.
For real,
it's just a repeated cycle, and I'm getting real tired of that shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing people go to prison and shit, and people losing all this money.
And then once they get out, it's easier for them to get back in. Like,
all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Probation. Bro, the probation system is fucked.
For real, bro.
Yeah, 2 minutes. All right, man. I'm about to start wrapping this shit up.
Yeah, bro. It's all cool.
Any last words?
Just be sure to follow me on everything, y'all. IZ_734.
IZ_734.
Hey.
You got it.
We got it.
That's the next cut. You want to sign this on camera, bro?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Pick a color. Any color.
Any color. We rolling with the green today.
Okay. Any cup. Wherever you want.
Inside
the cup, outside the cup, wherever you want, bro.
He on cup too. No boy, bro. We got to.
I've been waiting for somebody to sign somewhere else.
Woo. Get it like cash.
I like your.
Get it like cash on IZ,
get
baby.
Close to it. Oh, that's another one.
Another one to the cup.
Oh my god, I'll enjoy this cup so much, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. I can't wait.
Enough memories to it too.
You see this? This the beginning. Hey, small bricks build kingdoms.
Sure do.
What did I do? I spilled that shit.